717편 NG 4061편으로 전환해 주십시오. 짐은 선반이나 좌석 밑에 보관하시기 바랍니다. 감사합니다. Please fasten your seatbelts and switch your electronic devices flight mode. Also keep fastening your bed bins under the seat.
Bien, ya estamos en orden.
저는 여러분을 서울 인천 국제공항까지 안내하게 모실 기자 황인배입니다. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Captain Wang from Flydex. Welcome to Asiana Airlines bound for Seoul Incheon International Airport. The flight time will be about 2 hours and 20 minutes, and the current weather of Seoul area is clear with a temperature of 18 degrees Celsius or 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Thank you and enjoy the flight.
요행을 위해 정성을 다하겠습니다. 아울러 흡연, 비상구 조작, 승무원
は化粧室を含め禁煙でございます。それではごゆっくりお過ごしください。
머리 위 선반이나 앞좌석 밑에 보관해 주시기 바랍니다.
All carry-on baggage should be stowed in the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. Cell phones is permitted when the main cabin door is open and following the cabin crew's instructions after landing. Follow the cabin crew's instructions at all times.
벨트 오시메 쿠다사이.
flight decks. We expect to strong turbulence from now on until landings. Please return your seat and press your seatbelt. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Seoul Incheon International Airport. Please remain seated until the seatbelt sign is off.